streaming. Here we go. Here we go. Hopefully the audio is coming in great. How's it going? This is Tactical Meaty again. Good evening. Good evening. Good evening. Another day. Another day. Well, I don't have too much to say today. Moderation. How the hell? I don't even know how to do the moderation thing. Let me see. Participants. Ah, you can see everybody. No way. No wonder. So they know when I'm in the chat. They know. Whoa, what's going on, people? This is another day, another dollar, or another day of hectic day. The Albanian Syndicate. What's going on? Look, I got my jersey from Saint Samurai, as you can see. It fits perfectly. You know, we got the Tactical Meaty right there. My own logo. My other logo right here. All right. How's it going? How's it going? How's it going? Yeah, man, it's looking fire. It fits really good. I can tell I've been losing weight because I'm not going over so much like I used to. That's great. That's great. Nothing here. You're showing up on a Tuesday night. I still got a lot of music to make. I don't know. I'm probably hearing noise, but I think that's on my end. Anyways, last stream, the Kumite was a very awesome Kumite this past weekend. I had a blast. I was at work. I had a blast that night. And yeah, I had a great time. I don't know about you guys, but I did have a great time. And this is going to be a little boring today because I don't know what to talk about. I was actually, I'm going to create here. I need to create a internet. Hold on one second, guys. Internet. I should have set up this before I went in. Okay, my audio's back. Screen capture. I'm gonna add here a new window. Let's take this new window right quick. Take it to Google. Screen capture 2. Yes. Application. Safari. Not that one. Not that one. Has to be on the built-in Safari. Okay. And then this is the freaking problem here. Yeah, I can't fix that. Oh God. Let me see if I can fix the Google thing right here so y'all can see it. It doesn't look that bad. It could have looked worse. Okay, there you go. So I hope you can hear me. I was watching and playing with my new toy. What you got? How you doing, Georgies? What new toy you got? What you got? What's up? Tell me. Tell us what you got. We were talking about in the Discord about the IntelliGel jelly mixer. I'm gonna pull it here right quick. Jelly Mix by IntelliGel. I don't know if you're gonna see it. You should see it right here, broskies. I guess it's out of stock right now. Let me see if we can zoom in. I'm not sure if I can zoom in. No, I cannot zoom in with this keyboard. Let me see, options. No, command. There you go. We can zoom in here. How is that? IntelliGel. It's 5 stereo channels. 5 stereo channels. It's very compact. It's like a tabletop mixer, which is pretty cool. Say what up, tactical. What's up? Hey, Georgies, you didn't tell us what you got. So we were talking about this guy right here, the IntelliGel Jelly Mix. I'm gonna put some music here. Let me see. Put some of my music. Let's see, Bandcamp. Let's go to Bandcamp right quick, and let's go here. Let's put some of that, some background music. I don't know if I can. Hold on. There's probably no sound coming in. Oh, so yeah, there you go. Let me lower it here. How is that? Oh my God, that's loud. Damn, that's too loud, boy. That music is coming all the way in. I was watching Play with the new toy, sweet deal, where Jelly Mix sounds like fun. Bought it from a well-known producer who was purging his scents. So what you got? What's up, Synth Samurai? How's it going? Good evening, good evening, good evening. Here's a little boring stream tonight. I don't have too much to say. I've been busy all day. As you can see, I'm wearing look at that. Tactical MIDI, Bobby. You can't get better than that. Look like 84, you know, Bro Synth Network in the front. Look at the logo right there. I had the other symbol right here. I like that. I like that a lot. I don't wanna wear any flags whatsoever. This is my flag right here, the music flag. So yeah. Yeah, that's all I'm about here, about music. So we got the Jelly Mix that came through, and then there's another I forgot, it has a weird name and I forgot the name of it, and we were talking about it, and it's a fully analog 8-channel stereo mixer. It's gonna be like around $1,500, but it has 8 channels or 16 mono channels, which is kind of awesome. What I like about that one compared to this one is that one actually has this one has a gain knob, but I don't know if it has a circuit built with overdrive, because I think the other one has an overdrive or a saturation type of circuitry in it, and that will be great not for my analog synthesis. Like my analog rhythm does not need that, but let's say the MPC, right? The MPC, the MC707, and this two right here, 1, 2, 3, 4, can take a lot of advantage on that because you can heat up a little bit the sound, you know, and give it some analog warmth, right? Uh, yeah, I should have made a video of me playing around with stuff, but as you can tell, I got nothing written. Everything is blank right now. Cause I already made some music earlier. I have half a song and I gotta do the other half. And I was thinking maybe tonight I can record the rest of that music. But getting back into the internet, there was, let me see if I can find it, because um that analog mixer, it has a weird name. I forgot the name. Let me see if I can find it on my phone right quick. Um we were talking about it. We were talking about it, and there's a video I want to show you guys because it's very interesting. Let me see if I can get on Discord right quick. What the name of it is? Fook. Oh my God, what's the name of it? Where is it? Where is it? I was talking to Slack about it, and Twin Cities Oxygen we were talking about it. Yeah. Okay, it's called the Exelon SL. The Exelon XL. Right? So let's find it. Exelon SL. Let me see. Exelon SL. What the hell? Exelon XL mixer. Yeah, you have. So, you know, there's some information here in Synth Anatomy about it. It's a board brain X Cellon SL, the ultimate analog performance mixer for electronic music. Booklet and Friends 2026, it was unveiled a new dynamic analog performance mixer designed for electronic musicians. This is, for me, right here, this is a very, very excellent, very interesting mixer. Compared to the Jelly Mix, this one, I'm way more attracted to it, just because of the way they did everything here. Okay, I'm gonna read because I don't have information. They obviously have information. So everyone in the studio or on stage has a mixing for mixing signals. It's a must-have for equipment. Mixers can also be sound shapers, like performance tools, especially those that add analog warmth and color to the signal. Exactly. So, Board Brain, known for the modular mixer system for Eurorack, has now unveiled the Xelon SL, their first standalone analog mixer at Buchla and Friends in 2026, specifically designed for electronic performances. And this is exactly why I'm really interested, because I wanna, I don't know if you can see it right there. This is a very, very beautiful, you see, you have drive, you know, um, you, what? You have punch. There's a whole bunch of stuff here. We're gonna play a video in a few minutes of it. Um, you say the Exelon XSL is a new analog performance mixer on the words of Board Brain, a dynamic analog mixer performer. It has 8 channels that can be used in mono or stereo. That's another plus right there. Packed with hands-on control, each channel has a dedicated volume fader and buttons for mute and cue. Um, per channel gain control, switchable drive. So you got gain, or you can drive your signal. EQ with mid switch and a compressor give you on the fly sound shaping options. Flip the switch next to compressor to give your track an extra punch. More advanced sound shaping is possible with 2 return and send effects accessible via dedicated knobs per channel. Plus, there's a premix option for each effects. Also, onboard crossfading feature X-fade. So it has a crossfade. It has a crossfade option. I guess you can divide the channels, and that's very interesting. Yeah, it's a sick it's an awesome design, I think. Um, we'll talk about the jelly mix. The jelly mix is on a cheap, it's a cheaper option. It's a good option, but it does not provide as much sculpting as this one. You know, you have analog drive, you have compression, plus you have basically like a bass boost type of thing. There's a, alongside this, you have a side chain compressor. You see that? It has a side chain compressor with frequency threshold and decay parameters. In the top section, you can control FX returns, phones, and master section. All VU meters on the channels, and in the center give you a visual feedback of your signals. All right. Let me see. Connectivity. Interesting. Each channel of the board brain Exelon SL offers a mini jack output on the front panel, along with a mini jack external stereo input, an aux in, and a record out. A headphone socket is on the bottom. Don't worry, there's a big jacks too. All right. So look at that. Look at that. Huh. You can, oh my God, look at this, bro. This is different. This is more professional. I tell you that. I'm sorry to use the word professional, but it is. It's a, on the back, you will find a stereo input, 2 6.3 millimeter jacks per channel, a TRS mic input, 2 stereo send return sockets, and a master output section. I don't see other sockets. I'll add them later when I find out. It says here, first impression, that's definitely a Black Beauty. And yes, it is. Let's go back. We're gonna play this little video. I was, oh my God. Hold on. What the? Jesus Christ. Yo, what the hell? Is that too loud, guys? Can you tell me? Can you hear that? Is that really loud? You can hear it normally? You can't hear it? Damn. Let me see. Now you can hear it? Okay, so.
All right. Let's see if this is working.
Is it me or am I hearing double? I don't know. I'm not sure if that's the video or is it me.
Wait.
Oh my God. Jesus Christ. Let's skip.
We want to get it sorted. let some people join in a little bit. I think there's a lot of people coming over to this one from the old one. So let's see if we've got of it.
I gotta go forward with this one. Hold on. This was
In case you guys have any questions about the knobs and buttons and everything on there. Oxy style, yes. Oxy as well.
Oh my God! What the fuck? Every 10 seconds, you gotta add. Come on, man.
Clean up
Jesus
the cables.
Christ.
It was nice to have a little stand to elevate my modular so all the cables would go underneath, which is key. Love to see an SL versus model comparison. Model 1. I mean, I can give you a little bit of a rundown. So both analog mixers. This one is 8 stereo channels. The Model 1 is 6, I believe. Each of them has 2 effects ends. This has a drive and compressor per channel that the Model 1 doesn't have. The Model 1 has a multi-band EQ where this has a tilt EQ. And that is really because Model 1 is designed as a DJ mixer. And when you're mixing an entire track with another entire track, you need multi-band EQ to be able to make those mixes smooth, right? So to correct individual sections. When we're performing live, you don't need multi-band EQ per channel because each channel is an individual instrument. And so, you're not really going to be EQing in the mixer at that point, other than tilt EQ, which is to kind of brighten or darken individual sounds. You're not going to really, you can do your corrective sound shaping inside the synth or the groove box or the modular or whatever you're using, and by the time
this what he's speaking about is what I'm doing with my music. Like right now, what I do with my music is that I'll take all my instruments and they go into my Mackie mixer, and I have the outputs of the Mackie mixer going straight into my MC707, right? For DJ style mixing. And the outputs of the Electron Analog Rhythm, they're going also inside the MC707. And then from the MC707, it goes out into the MPC because I have more performance effects on the MPC. And then it goes into the Behringer 369, which is gonna give it that extra punch, and it's gonna level out. It's gonna give it some glue to the whole mix, and then it goes inside the FL Studio for me to record. And I'll do it in different ways. Sometimes I do that. Sometimes I do it the other way. But the main focus is to make your production as fast as possible. Do everything that you gotta do it inside the boxes instead of going out of the boxes, then into the DAW, and then doing all the compression, all that stuff, and then going back and forward, back out, run it through the 369. I want to run it through the 369 from the beginning, so that's what I would like mixer like this, so I can have all the stuff that needs to run through that, all the digital stuff that doesn't have drive. Like, I don't have a problem with the analog rhythm, but the MPC doesn't have drive, and I cannot heat up the signal the way I would like to. So let's get back to this. All right.
Reaches this, there's not really a need for the multi-band EQ. So that was the idea when we were saying all the stuff you need for this type of performance without the stuff you don't. So there's a lot of things that are in DJ mixers that you just don't need for live performance, and they're missing some things that you do need for live performance, like having drive circuits and compressors. Like a compressor per channel means that you can have all sorts of different types of inputs coming into this, and you can really shape between the gain, drive, EQ, and compressor. You can really shape each individual sound so that it fits properly in the overall mix of your performance. And once those are shaped, then you have all the performance tools. Having faders, which for me is kind of
Yes,
absolutely essential for a performance
100%.
mixer. You know, rotary mixers are fine, but for a performance standpoint, with this, if I need to adjust all 8 faders at the same time, I can with different fingers. If you want to push up 2 or 3 things together, keeping their level ratios the same, you can do that with multiple faders. You can't do that with multiple rotary.
Observability is about real-world impact.
Yeah, so as I skip the damn thing and we're going back to it.
So for me, a performance mixer, and I guess the part of that's coming from the DJ background, but a performance mixer for me needs to have faders. I mean, that's kind of the essential piece to it. So this is great because again, you can set up your sound shaping in your individual channels, and then you've got the faders, the filter, side chain, all of that stuff, effects ends to be able to actually do your performance. Okay. But yeah, so that's basically this versus Model 1. And it's not just Model 1, it's like versus any DJ mixer. You know, certain ones, for example, the like the Pioneer V10 does have a compressor per channel, which is great. That's why a lot of people use it. But
All right, so we're talking about probably about 1,500 to 1,700 bucks. It is you know, it's a tight, you know, let me see, what the hell is this? Mac OS screen capture. Oh yeah, that's the okay, so my God, what can I say? Let's find some information here on the Jelly Mix. And this is the Jelly Mix, by the way. As you can see it right here. It has a mute button and it has main, and you can send your channels into right here. It has a filter. It has high cut, low cut filter. And I heard it's very smooth. It's not that bad. What they don't have is information about the gain knob to see if it saturates really nicely with the gain knob or not. And they are not promoting that, so I guess it's not that great, or maybe just it's not as beautiful as a drive circuit. So let's see. The IntelliGel Jelly Mixer. All right. Let's go here right quick to the YouTubes. That's my home. That's where I live, inside of fucking YouTube. Jelly Mix, ladies and gentlemen. Jelly Mix by IntelliGel. Let's hear about this stuff right here.
From your first note to your next big thing.
Oh my God.
Your sound.
Jesus Christ.
Hey there, Matt from IntelliGel here, and today I want to talk to you about Jelly Mix. So Jelly Mix is our brand new compact stereo performance mixer designed to bring together all of your drum machines, your synthesizers, effects, and modular as well. Today we're going to do a basic setup and look at how it works, explore some functions and features, and make some music. While I'm busy with plugging stuff in, let's take a quick peek at the back of Jelly Mix. There are 5 pairs of 1/4-inch jack sockets for the inputs, and then we have the 2 external input pairs. The outputs are marked with black squares, and these include the aux A and aux B output and the main output. Next to those we have the headphone 1/4-inch output as well, the power switch and the power input. So now everything's plugged in, let's take a look at the front panel. So we've got 5 input channels here, and of this we're using 2. So 1 for Digitact, 1 for Cascadia, and then we're returning the effects channel from the Volante to 3. Before we get started, it's always a good idea to zero a mixer. This one is quite small, so there's not too many controls, EQs, etc. to worry about, but what
All right, let's hit forward.
audio can either be routed to the main output or and has about a 6 dB slope, so it's quite gentle. The off position for this is in the down position. Next, we've got the tilt EQ, which wants to be in the So
Right, let's go
each
back.
input
Let's go
channel
back a
has
little bit.
each one of these auxes has a routing switch, so it can either be pre-fader, post-fader, or off altogether. I'm going to put them all to the off position, which is in the center. Some of them are already there, which is good. Now let's move on to gain. So each input channel has a gain control as well as the level control, so we're able to better balance our input signal strength. Unity gain on Jelly Mix is around 10 o'clock, so I'm just going to turn these to approximately
Yeah, just like
this
the
position.
Mackie mixer also. Yeah, Unity
Then
is
also
at 10.
on channel 1, we've got this high impedance switch, which allows us to plug in guitar and bass. I'm going to make sure that's switched off, which it is. And then next to that, we've got the high pass filter switch. This filters out the frequencies below 150 Hertz and has about a 6 dB slope, so it's quite gentle. The off position for this is in the down position. Next, we've got the tilt EQ, which wants to be in the center position so it's flat. And we'll demonstrate how this sounds when we get some audio running through it. Next, we've got the routing switch, so the audio can either be routed to the main output or it can be routed through the filter section, which then goes to the main output. The filter sounds great, and we're going to show you how that works too, but right now we want to make sure that everything goes to the main mix. So I'll pop
All right,
the
let's
high
go.
cut
Let's
or in the
go
middle
forward.
position both. I'm
Go
from
forward.
Digitact and from Cascadia. So now I'm -6 and 0 for the last row of greens. And then we're at +6 dB when we get to the yellow LEDs and +19 for the red LEDs, which show when the main mix is clipped
Okay,
to
that's all
0
good.
dB. Now let's turn up the main volume. Okay, so while we've got
Okay, before I keep playing this thing, one thing to think about, and this is for all your nerds out there, when it comes to dynamic range, all the mixers, anything that you output analog, anything analog, outputting analog, is gonna output 100 dB of dynamic range. That's it. All right. Now, when you have an interface, usually most of the good interface, they go 100, 110, 115 decibels, 120 on the mid tier, and then 130. Those are the links and all those guys up there, and those ones, they operate around like probably like, I think it's, some of them operate a really high bit rate, some crazy shit up there in the 300, something like that, which we don't need to do all that stuff. But what I'm saying is that what I found out is that you know, analog gear outputs a dynamic, it has a dynamic range of 100. After that 100, you get all that hiss, all that hissing noise. That's when you push the analog, like the analog mixers, after the 100 decibels, whatnot of dynamic range, you start getting all that floor noise to come up on the mix. So that's why you try to stay on Unity, and you're trying to capture. What you're trying to do is you try to use external gear to pump up that noise floor. That's why I got the 369, because I can just bump it up a little bit more with it. And the 369 also has the same problem because it's an analog gear. So when you gain it up, you're also gonna raise the noise floor. So you gotta keep that in mind. It's not gonna be, this is just a regular mixer. That's what I'm trying to say. All right.
set up like this, let's experiment with the tilt EQ. So we can use it to balance out the lows and the highs. When I turn it clockwise, we increase the high frequencies and the lower frequencies are cut. Back to the center and it's neutral.
So it has a variable low high, is either low cut or high cut on the equalizer. And I don't know if it's, because he doesn't say it, but I don't know if it boosts the high end or it boosts the low end. I think it just cuts either way. It's just for like quick, quick mixing, quick adjusting for the sounds that don't need to be too muddy. If they sound kind of muddy, you can just clean up the sound as it go. To clean up the sound as it goes, you know. And yeah, this is just basically a regular mixer with a filter. Well, actually, it has two different filters. It has a low cut filter and a high cut filter, and they say it's very, very musical. We're gonna go forward right here in this part where he's using it, so you can hear it.
I'm going to take the routing switches and put them to the filter position. I'm going to switch the filter on, and then I'm going to use the low cut to cut the lows. Okay, so you can hear it's got quite a nice wide range. Now let's try the high cut. Let's add a bit of resonance to both the high and the low.
Yeah,
cut.
that's what I want.
Get a bit more extreme with it. This is where the bypasses come in a lot of use when performing. So we filtered our sound, but we want to drop the beat back in. All we need to do is switch them back off. Also allows you to
Yeah, that's something. Oh my God, that's why the faders. I rather have a specialized knob, because those switches. I don't think those switches are gonna be lasting a really long time. If you're like, if you're like jamming, turning those things up and down all the time. So that's the Jelly Mix, ladies and gentlemen, and the Excelon XSL. Yeah, pretty much. I have something else in mind. This is something I'm gonna get very soon. I might order one tonight, but I need two of these, and I don't know the name. It's, oh my God, what is the name of it? I'm tired already. So, hey, we got a discussion here. Hey, you Echo, you said Samurai says you owed him a synthesizer. What the hell? Oh my God. What is it? So 2-tier synthesizer. I'm looking for the brand. Headliner, 2-tier. It's Headliner XL. That's the one that I want. Right here. Okay. So this one right here, I might order one tonight for sure. I'm a human. Thank you very much. So this one right here. This is a synthesizer stand. I know I already got the little synthesizer stands. They work very nice. But I think, I'm not sure the measurements on this. Let me see. 8-13 adjustable. So 20-inch width, I think it is. So this is a, okay, I have a problem, and I don't know if you can see it here. And the problem is that, let me see right here, the phone camera. Okay, right here you see that I got the MPC, and I got this behemoth, and this is another thing that I think I'm gonna get me. The problem is that I don't like mini keys. So they sell, I don't like mini keys for one. Second thing is that I rather have, I don't know if these are full size, or I think these are like medium size keys. But I like the way they feel. They don't feel that bad. Anyways, the thing is that I want to be able to have my main two operations here, which is the MC707 and the MPC 1, and I want to have them stacked together, like one on top of the other, and then I will have these two here, the Hydra synth and the analog rhythm, also stacked up in a way where they're propped up and they leave me enough space here in the front. Probably that thing will probably come all the way. If it's, that's the thing, I don't know until I buy it. So but it will probably have, I will probably have the two units right here, one like this and one coming down like this, a little bit higher. And then I'm gonna be able to have this in the middle as it is right there, or on the side, I don't know. But the thing is that I can have these two things operating together and these two things operating together. This one, because I use this synthesizer a lot, and don't get me wrong, the DeepMind has been on all the tracks from the Kumite, the DeepMind has been in. So the DeepMind is making really nice sounds. I don't know about you guys, but it is making really, really good sounds. And the Digitone also is making good sounds. And this boy right here gives me a really nice string type of sound or pad sounds. So I'm basically using everything that I got. The Cobalt Expander, it makes a really nice flute sound. So it sounds cool. Kind of a fluty sound. And then the other stuff that I found on the MC707, which is very cool, it's the ability of getting your looper tracks after you record the loop, and you can play around with the effect of the looper track. So the effects of the looper track, after you assign the knobs to the effect of the looper track, you can parameter lock those things to it, which is very, very cool. Yeah, it's very awesome. Let me show you here with this camera right quick. I don't know if you can see it right there. Okay, so right here, when you get into the looper, and I'm not even sure if it's working right now. Let me see. So you gotta set up. All right, so let's do something right quick. A little on the floor kick. Only one bar. This is just to show you guys something really cool about it. There you go. So we can hit play. All right. That analog rhythm sounds really nasty. I love that. So we can go exit here. We'll hit record. Okay, what the hell? Okay, let's go one up. Okay. No, what the hell? I'm busy. I'm busy. I'm busy right now.
mate por el mero. Que yo lo iba abriendo.
Toma, échate para acá. Ahí está. Okay. Sorry about that, guys. That's my auntie. She wanted me to put her thing, her diabetes thing. You know, that was one of those things. What? One of those things that goes in the arm. Anyways, where were we? I gotta copy this thing. Oh my God, what did I do here? Let's copy, paste, and then paste all, then copy, paste, all, paste, paste. Oh, let me see something. Why is the sound not coming in? Because it's backwards? Yeah, probably I messed it up here. Probably messed it up here, and it was because I have it in a way where there you go. Yo, what the heck? Come on, man. Let's do this right quick. Sorry about that. All right, let's do this right quick because I'm getting anxious. All right, so we're gonna go here to the looper page and we're gonna start recording whatever, just one bar, okay? So that's one bar right there. You see? Can turn it off. This is the looper. This is the incoming message. I got the looper already. So you go to sound. You can choose whatever, like something that has. Let's see if we can find something cool. All right, now design, we're gonna reverse balance, and then now we can do that. All right, so we have the reverse balance. It's on the first knob, right? And let's say you want to go here on note, right? You can add a note here, and then I changed it to pan. Oh my God. All right, so I exit that. So you can see on the first one right here, I don't know if you can see it, probably not. Let me get it closer. Let me get a closer view, please. Thank you very much. Let me get a closer view. All kinds of freaking stuff here. Let's go back at it. All right. So as you can see, I have this first step, and then I have the fifth step right here. It's back to 0, so it stops it, right? So you can have other stuff go into it, like you can go to novel sign and you can figure out something pitch chromatic, and you can change the pitch suddenly in it, right? So you go exit, and then you select the next one to off. So 64, there you go. You can get even more crazier, like you can go up. You can put some reverb, and then you turn it off right quick. Which is pretty cool. That's what I like about it. Let me see. Then you have a delay send. Instead of delay send, it's let me see what else we can find here. Delay feedback on number 4, so we can put delay feedback on this guy. Yeah, you can do stuff like that. And then, yeah, that's pretty much it. And if you wanna erase everything, just erase everything, and that's it. You got everything erased. If you don't want to do it that way, you can just press motion record, and you can record your motion or whatnot. I'm really liking this machine for performances, especially. And it just makes it, you know, the speed and length. There you go. So we can switch it on. So we can use this is called DJ FX Looper, and now with the DJ FX Looper, I can do that FX Looper instead of using the scatter. I can do more like electron style. Oh, great question, Samurai. Yes, I did use it for the guitar, that guitar sound. That guitar and the trumpet, both things were the MC707. It sounds great. Let me show you this right quick. and then I can change the velocity here. So I can go from here, this one, and then I can change the velocity, like really cool stuff like this. You see that crazy stuff right there? Then what we put on the third one? You can do crazy stuff like this. And if you don't like it, you can just erase it one time right quick, and that's it. Okay. You say about the trumpet. So right now, what I do is on the MPC, I can just open a channel, because what I did is I connected the MC707 via USB into the MPC, right? And then that, what that does is that it gives me, I got all the ports in, and then you can do MC707, and then you can go, this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I can go to 5. Let's go to 5. Let's see. So I'm here on number 5. It's being controlled by the MPC. The MPC is where I'm making all the stuff. The MC707 is what's helping me change the electrons, all the electrons to different, like it helps me change the sequences on the electrons, because the MPC has a very awkward way of doing it, and I really don't like it, because you have to go into step edit inside the edit window and add an event which you don't have control right away, and then you will have to match that to the next sequence, and it's a pain in the ass. It does not change the sequence on time, and I really don't like it. The MC707, in the other hand, it does that, but the MC707 is not that great when it comes to sample mangling. You know, like with the MPC, I can do like stem separation. I can do a bunch of stuff that I cannot do over there, right? So when we go number 5, select sound. Let's check the different sounds, and I use the guitar sounds, which is accordion, harmonica, acoustic guitar, right here. Let me go down. I think it was this one. I don't remember. remember that? You and me going crazy, you know? And then we had the trumpet. The trumpet was crazy too. I love the trumpet. Solo brass. I forgot how it goes. Something like that. It was like that. Something like that, but that's the trumpet right there. Anyways, you get it, right? So it's you know, somebody was saying something about this shit makes me pissed off. Somebody saying that I was using the FL Studio stuff that comes with the FL Studio to make my beat. Makes me want to slap you with my MPC, you know? Because I play all my stuff. All my stuff is played. Yeah, I record it. I don't record it live, but I record it into MIDI. And then after I record it into MIDI, I record it into audio into my FL Studio, right? For those people that don't understand how to make music and you think that everybody's on the AI train, I'm not on the AI train because I don't have the patience to talk to a machine. I really don't. I can't sit down and trying to figure out how to speak to a damn machine when I have 10 fingers. I have 10 fingers. Look, 10 fingers. 10 fingers and a full-blown brain. I don't need AI to tell me. Like I might because I just don't have the time for it. But if I had the time, I would go into the AI thing and I would tell AI, all right, I want to make a funkadelic style beat, and I want it to sound tropical, but I want it to be on A minor and F sharp, right? And can you make me a song that has those two so it goes well with my voice? And I want it to be in a time division of 4/4, and after the 4/4, I want it to be 128 BPMs, but then halfway goes down to 96 BPM, and then I want to reverse it, and then I'll make the machine go do some crazy stuff like that, and it will tell me, and then it will give me an idea of what that will sound like. And in my brain, I could say, whoa, maybe I could do that, or maybe it could give me an idea. But to tell AI to make me an arpeggiation that I can do it with my hands. And not even that. Not even that. Not even that. You know, I can press a button over here on the MPC and I get arpeggiation. Why do I have to ask AI to do that? We already have the technology. We got the arpeggiation. And on the MPC, also, this is not new stuff. So I don't know why people are trying like so hard. Like I go on the MPC and I go hit progressions and I go and hit dance progressions. And on dance progressions, let's go to A because I want to be in A because I love A. And we go on A and we hit play. Let me go up. This is the wrong sound for this shit. Hold on. Electric guitar. So I can do that right quick. Let me show you, man. I can do that so quickly. Like I don't need to go and get a Suno account for all this shit. Like I can go here, I can go here, and then I can create right there. I created a thing, right? And then I go press here. 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And then if I want to do an arpeggiation of that, right? Very easy. And I can record it. Very easy, man. Easy, man. I don't know what to tell you, bro. That shit make me pissed off. Yeah, it's just you can see me when I'm making my stuff, right? You know, I make my stuff. All right, so stop it for a minute. All right. The only reason that you cannot, if you cannot make your music and you can't make your music, right? It doesn't mean that I can't. All right, so you gotta practice, 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 practice. And I'm just a regular guy. I'm making regular stuff. I'm not making anything out of the ordinary. I'm not making jazz chords. I'm not doing none of the stuff. So yeah, you know. Everybody left already. So I'm gonna cut it out here. How you doing, Aaron Parties? I know everybody just left. Everybody left the floor because I get boring. It's not easy to handle me. So anyway, anyways. Yeah. Yeah, you know it. So yeah, well, this is the next thing. I think I'm gonna get this this thing right here. The only problem I got with it is that it's 79 bucks. And it's better than buying the XT, the other what you may call it's temporary on this website. It's temporary out of stock, so there's only a few left in the market. I have to figure it out. Where am I gonna be able to buy this? Let's see. Musicians Friends has a different one, but that's not the one I like. That's not the one I like. I like this one. DJ Now, I think they have it. It ships in 3 to 5 days. So they have this. This is not, there's not a lot of them available. As you can see, this is an amazing, you see, it fits, if it fits the TR8S, it fits very well. The MC707 is the same size. And if it fits this guy, I think it also, you see how it can fit the, this is the MPC that I got right now. If it fits that, you see, and then you got a TR8S on the bottom and this one on top, so I can put on top like it is over here, the Akai, and on the bottom I'll put the MC707, and they both will work together in conjunction. Yeah, what can I say? Are you guys ready for the next Kumite? I'm making a change up. I'm doing a change up on the style. So I've been like making all different types of style. Like I made a hip hop beat, then I made like a boom bap style. First I did a boom bap style, then I did like trappy style, and then I did the dance music, and then now I'm gonna switch it up. It's gonna be great. I was supposed to record everything today, but I guess I'm gonna do it in the next tomorrow. I'll record the other half. I'll record the other half tomorrow, and it's not gonna be easy. It's gonna be a little bit difficult for me. But I got the recording set up. The recording setup's already up to speed. Yeah. Oh, I wanted to show you for the guys. I don't know if you guys, if any of you have used FL Studio. I'm gonna show you something right quick, and this is information I'm just giving you guys. If you have FL Studio and you're recording live, I'm not sure if you're gonna be able to see it. Let me see if you can see it. If not, let me go to the next window on the side. Let me exit the full screen on this one. Let me go back here. There we go. And then here we go. Let me see if we can see this option open here. No, you cannot see the option. I don't know why. Window capture application. application capture. Pro Studio. All right, let me see if you can see it now. There you go. Yeah, that's the way to go. All right, hear me out. Okay, so when you're doing recording, let's say this one right here, it's already there, right? So when you're doing your recording with external gear, you're receiving your signal from the outside, from outside, right? So you're receiving that signal from outside, and what you're gonna do is you're gonna go here to your options, and you go to your audio settings. Right here where it says buffer length, you see I have my buffer length at 464 sample, and that's at 10 milliseconds. It's a little bit high. I like to keep it there because that's where it performs the best. I can go up to 16 channels with no hiccups whatsoever. So it gives me, hello? Yes. So it gives me 10 milliseconds. So what I do is, on the channels that you have open, you have to come here to this clock, and you have to hit here, set milliseconds, and then you can put 10 milliseconds, like 10 milliseconds, right? That's in my case, but let's make it a let's hit record. Let's hit record, and you will see what I mean. I'm gonna do it without it, and I'm gonna record a little bit, and I'm gonna show you 3, 2, 1. Okay, so here you have your audio. Did you see that little space right there? I'm not sure if you can hear it, if you can see it. You see that little tiny little space right there. That tiny little space will take everything off on your beat. I'm serious. Everything's gonna be off. So now you go here, and then you go here, and you set the milliseconds. Let's set 8 milliseconds or 6 milliseconds. Let's say 6 milliseconds of latency. That means that it's gonna wait 6 milliseconds, and then it's gonna start recording, right? And then let's do it again, and you will see the difference. Okay, at 6 milliseconds, we still have that big piece right there. We're gonna go back. We're gonna go here, and we're gonna set the milliseconds. Instead of 6, we're gonna do 10. Let's do 10 milliseconds, right? 10 milliseconds. We're going back here. I'm gonna hit it. All right, and then also we gotta watch, where are we in the tempo? So 129.6. Oh my God, what are you doing? Let's do 128. Let's do it again. Okay, let's do it again. All right, we're gonna go here. We're gonna set milliseconds. We're gonna set it to 0. All right, and we're gonna do the first audio right quick. And 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, we got that one. We're gonna turn these ones off. We're gonna go back, and now we're gonna add, let's say 8 milliseconds, right? I'm gonna add 8 milliseconds to the recording. I'm gonna hit record, and then we'll do it again. All right. We have to put the FL Studio at 128, which is the right. Let me see if it's doing it right now. Let me hit play here. Yeah, there's a difference, but I need to add more milliseconds. Like if I play both of them, you're gonna hear like doubling. Yeah, so let's add some more. We're adding, let's add 7 milliseconds. And I think I'm using the wrong one. Hold on. Hold on. This is not working because I'm not using the right one. That's not the right channel where the audio is coming from. It's this channel right here. So this one, which is the master, we're gonna put 8 milliseconds and you're gonna see the difference now. Finally, I'm doing it right. So we're gonna do 8 milliseconds. Let's do it now. All right, you see that? Now you should see the damn difference right here. You see this one, and now you see this one. Let's make it bigger. Hold on. Look at that. This one is right on beat, and the top one is out of beat. You see that? Big difference. Guys, very important to know. When I'm gonna put the metronome on the FL Studio, I'm gonna hit play and you will see that it's not gonna follow the metronome on the first one, which has nothing on it. Now on the second one, there's no latency whatsoever. And the other good thing about doing this the right way is that when you chop your samples right up here, you just chop your samples. I don't even know. I'm not sure if my audio is being. I feel like, yeah, it's muted. So when you come here, it lines up perfectly. Right here, you'll line it up perfectly, and then let's put them next to each other. Let's grab this one and let's cut it right where it's supposed to be cut, which is right there. And as you can see, there's a big difference. If we put them together, you can see the difference right here on the, you see how they don't line up very well. So this one's very lined up. What's the good thing about this? That you can like chop it, and you can chop it into quarters. No, not quarters. Let's chop it some. Let's chop it some more. Let's chop it into 8s. And then here we'll chop it into 16s. And now you're gonna be able to hear it, how it sounds like. I don't know why I did that. No mute. Don't mute anything. And still you can hear that it's not on time, because if not, it would have been a perfect loop. So we can do this again. I was doing it at 10 milliseconds, and that's where it hits really nicely. So we do 10 milliseconds, 10, and then we hit record again. All right. Boom. All right, so let me see. Play. And then when you cut it, it's supposed to be perfectly in line. Supposed to be perfectly in line. and this is way too off. As you can see, it's way too off. So I should use like 9 milliseconds, something like that. So it should loop perfectly. Oh, this is the culprit. You see? So now if you chop it into eighths, then you can chop it again. Then chop it again. You can chop it again. If you go half a step, I think you can chop it even more. Let me see. Chop. Let's chop in 16 beats. It doesn't do that. Anyways, you get my drift, right? Something new for you guys to like get it when it comes to the FL Studio thing. I'll delete everything. Yeah, everything is deleted. As you can see, when I do all my thing over here, when I do all my stuff, it gets multi-tracked into the FL Studio in separate tracks. There's no AI. There's nothing like that. You know, people are forcing me to. I just don't want to make the beats and record the beats, and then because I want it to be a surprise every time I make a beat. I want it to be a surprise for Sunday. I just don't want to make the beat that I'm gonna put on Sunday on a live stream. And I've done live streams before making beats. If you've been watching me for a while, you would know that. So yeah, I ain't got nothing to hide here. I don't even know what Suno is or none of those stuff. What they're talking about is this. They're talking about this. I don't have it because I don't use it, which is this thing. He said get 1 million royalty free samples, 30 days free, cancel anytime. I don't even have it. I mean, you can like preview stuff, or you can steal stuff from here, but you know. You can play it if you want. You see, that's pretty much what it is. They think I'm using all those samples or something. You can preview all this stuff. I think they're talking about that. If I'm not mistaken, I think they're talking about this. They have this new thing here that you can do drum and bass right quick. That thing. You know what the comment was? To say, it's nice that you're making those beats with all the FL Studio juice, whatever the hell. It's not gonna last long. Blah blah blah. Whatever. I just don't understand what they're trying to say, but I understand. I you know, it's this thing. That's generated by the FL Studio. That's not me. You can do drill. Fucking drill beat. Yeah, you can do that, and you can do EDM. Let's see if it sounds like my shit. Yeah, I don't see. Can I re-roll it? And that's a loop starter. Reggaeton, you can do even reggaeton? No shit, look. Yeah, that's horrible. I'm sorry. That's very horrible. You got funk? Yeah, that's pretty much it. I don't use none of those things. I don't. This thing doesn't like. This thing doesn't. Like I don't care about those things. It's not the I don't know. I don't have fun when if I use those things. It's not gonna be fun. Yeah. What a mess. All right, so I'm gonna let you guys go. It's 11:15. I'm gonna see if I can get some times to record something, and that's pretty much my show for today. The aftermath after the Kumite. This Kumite is getting close, people. I thought I was gonna be able to have like an upper hand with that extra week, and let me tell you, no. I'm basically doing this every week. And it's getting hard, but it's not that hard if you keep pressing buttons. Don't stop, pressing buttons. Aaron Party says he makes his own samples, which is awesome. I make my own samples. What I do is I use this beast right here. I already got samples, and what I do is I take one sample and then I take a drum engine and mix both of them and make a new sample. And that's been really nice because I don't know if you heard, but it's making the sound come out really good. The drums are very pronunciated. When I did that song called Drug Cope, that song came out really good. And actually we're gonna go to Bandcamp and we're gonna play that as our outro. And I'm gonna go to sleep. Let's hear this one. Drug Cope, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go.
To cope with the information explosion.
Have a good night, ladies and gentlemen.
Machine for recording information directly onto the brain. To cope with the information explosion, we may develop a machine for recording information directly onto the brain.
Now that sounds crispy.
To cope with the information explosion, we may develop a machine for recording information directly onto the brain.
That AI surely knows how to make a beat, huh?
To cope with the information explosion, we may develop a machine for recording information directly onto the brain.
This is your brain. This is drug. This is drug. This is your brain. This is your brain.
Have a great night. Have a great night, guys. See you next time. Peace, peace.